Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about a really unique institution in Pakistan. It's one that was founded on a single, powerful idea that has pretty much guided its entire 50-year history.
You know, it's not every day that you see an institution spell out its mission so clearly. And look, this is way more than just a slick marketing slogan. This one idea is the absolute bedrock of a pioneering university that's all about moving an entire nation forward by empowering its women through education.
So what does that actually look like in practice? Let's dive into the story of the People's University of Medical and Health Sciences for Women, or PUMHW, to see exactly how this powerful vision came to life over the last half-century. Okay, so first things first, we gotta understand the why behind this place, the core purpose that has been its driving force since day one. When PUMHSW was founded way back in 1974, it wasn't just another school. It was created to tackle a huge societal problem head on. There just weren't enough opportunities for women in higher medical education. And this wasn't just about fairness, it was a public health crisis. It limited the number of female doctors, and for many women in the population, getting healthcare really depends on being able to see a female physician. So its very existence was a solution. And if that tagline is what they promised the world, then this is their internal compass. Access of women to knowledge is the official motto, the principle that has guided every big decision for decades, making sure they never stray from their original goal. All right, so let's track its journey, which is pretty remarkable when you see where it all started and where it is today. You know, what's so cool about this timeline is that you can see it's not random. It's this super intentional 35-year evolution. I mean, it starts in a borrowed high school building, then it gets a teaching hospital, which is huge, then it expands into postgraduate studies, and bam, finally earns full university status. Every single step was a massive leap forward. And wow, this slide just puts that transformation into perspective, doesn't it? From a single degree in a shared building to this huge university with its own campus and tons of different degree programs, the change is just incredible. But you know, it wasn't all smooth sailing. This university really had to fight to protect its core mission. Back in 2005, its own academic council stood its ground against a government plan to bring in co-education, making sure it stayed a place for women. They really had to weather some storms to keep their identity. Okay, so that's the history. But what's it like for a student walking through the doors today? So yeah, the main medical degree is still a huge deal. But look at all this other stuff. This is what's so important. They're not just training doctors anymore. They're building the entire female-led healthcare ecosystem. We're talking physiotherapists, pharmacists, nurses, public health experts, all the people who are absolutely vital for a community's health. And the story doesn't stop with a bachelor's degree. They've built this whole pathway for postgraduate studies. What this means is that women aren't just getting a foot in the door of the medical field, they're becoming the leaders. They're becoming the top surgeons, the chief physicians, and the researchers making the next big breakthrough. And get this, PUMHSW wasn't just content with teaching. It wanted to contribute to the global scientific conversation. So 2011 was a huge year. That's when they launched their very own peer-reviewed research journal, really cementing their place as a serious hub for medical scholarship. So the university's influence, it's not just stuck on its own campus. It's actually spread out across the whole region, and its impact is huge. It's basically become this anchor institution for the whole province. By linking up with all these other colleges in different cities, PUMHSW is kind of lifting the tide for everyone, raising the quality of healthcare education everywhere, and making sure more communities get access to great medical professionals. And if you want proof of how trusted this university has become, check this out. In 2020, the government handed them this massive responsibility, managing the admissions for all public medical and dental colleges across the entire province of Sindh. I mean, that is a huge vote of confidence. All right, for our final section, let's see how that original idea from way back in 1974 is still steering the ship today and shaping its future. And here we are, full circle, right back to that motto that kicked the whole thing off. This isn't just some dusty old phrase from the archives. It's still the central pillar of their vision. It's what informs every new partnership, every new building, every new program. But they are definitely not just resting on their history. They're looking ahead, building a modern global future. They're partnering with international universities, they're pouring money into state-of-the-art facilities like a digital library and skills lab, and they've got this renewed focus on research and innovation. So, at the end of the day, the story of PUMHSW isn't really just about one university, is it? It's a powerful, real-world case study. It leaves us with a final thought on this. When a society truly decides to give women access to knowledge, it doesn't just change individual lives. It fundamentally makes the health and progress of the entire nation that much stronger.